Okay, here we go again. Round number 2. These are notes on 12.1, day 2. I'm going to continue with the right triangle, trigonometric functions and such. So, hope we can get better on this one. All right, so what you have here, let's think of this as being on a cliff. Okay, again, looking down at a boat. I don't know what you're doing, but probably looking at somebody. So you have two things we're concerned with here. An angle of depression. The angle of depression must always come down, like you're looking out with your eyes, looking down, okay? Even though you might be standing up here, the angle of depression is going down, the angle of elevation is going up, okay? That's what you gotta realize that. And sometimes you can draw these triangles to make it a little bit easier, okay? Because like these would be parallel lines. The angle of depression here is the same as the angle of elevation, okay? That'd be like alternate interior lines. Okay, so for instance, let's say we have a 14-foot ladder is placed against a wall. At an angle of elevation of 72 degrees. Okay, question is, how high on the wall is the top of the ladder? Okay, so I figure out by now, we're gonna draw a picture. Okay, so here's our house, or the side of the house. We can draw, make it fancy, I guess, I don't know. Look like a building at least. And here's a window. And we are going to lean our ladder up against the window or the house. Don't break the glass. That wouldn't be nice. Okay, now it says the angle of elevation. So remember, elevation's got to be like you're tilting your head up. So it's got to be right there. Okay, and it says that's 72 degrees. This is the ground, in case you didn't know. We're not putting a ladder in midair. All right, and it wants to know how high up will it reach? Well, that's what we're trying to find out right there. How high up on the house will it reach? So that'd be our X. So if we look at this, what do we know? We know our ladder is 14 feet. And so then we look, what do we have in relation to 72? We have the hypotenuse and we have the opposite side. Okay, that's the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse. So think opposite and hypotenuse, that is the sine, okay? So I know that the sine of 72 degrees equals the opposite, x, over the hypotenuse, 14, okay? Multiply by 14. If you guys have if you don't have a calculator that's doing this, and you have problems with your phone, shoot me a message, you can give me a call. Call during the office hours or text message at any time. So we're gonna do 14 times sine of 72. And we get 13.3 round, yeah. So X is approximately 13.3 feet. Now a little check. You know the hypotenuse always has to be the longest side. So if you got an answer bigger than that, then you know it can't be right. So that's one thing that can be very helpful when you're doing this. Okay, so it's gonna be a little shorter this time. We only got one more page to go here. And I know there are word problems and you guys love those so much. It's just amazing, okay? So as you know me, I thought, oh, I can't use that paper. Remember, I planted a tree when I was a kid, so we don't have to worry about it. All right. I'm gonna told you guys that about 20 times already. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We're gonna go hunting, if you will. A falcon. You know, the bird, a falcon. Okay, so a falcon is soaring, not just flying, he is soaring at 200 feet. Okay, he sees his dinner. It's probably a mouse. Okay, at an angle of depression. Of 28 degrees. Okay, 2 questions we want an answer to here. All right, we want to know A, or 1, whichever you prefer. How far away is the mouse? And that's our flying distance. And B, or if you went with 1, it's 2. What is the horizontal distance? Or the ground distance? I always forget my question marks. Okay, so we got, now the only bird I can draw is this one I learned when I was, I don't know, first kindergarten. The whole, woo, there's my bird. That's my falcon. It's a beautiful falcon, okay? And he looks down here, and he sees a little mousey on the ground. Kind of looks like a cat. I don't even know what it looks like. That's my mouse. All right, and it says angle of depression. Now remember, angle of depression has to go down. Okay, so I could draw this triangle right there. That's my 28 degrees right there. Or I could draw this triangle. Okay, and this would be the 28 degrees. There'd be my right angle, okay? And if this is 28, this would be 62. We gotta make 90. It doesn't matter, I'm just putting these in there because I don't know what you would want to know. So we're trying to find 2 things. How far away is it to get to the mouse? He takes a steep dive, starts going to it. So this is right here. We call this A because that's what we're looking for. And then how far is the horizontal or ground distance? So that would be here. And we know this guy is 200 feet above the ground, okay? So we got a lot of choices here. It doesn't really matter how you do it. Let's see, so if I was looking for, let's say we're gonna look for A. Well, that's the hypotenuse, no matter how I go. So it doesn't matter if I use, because remember, this would be 200 over here also, by the way. So it doesn't matter if I use sine or cosine. It doesn't matter if I use 28 or 62. It just depends on which one you want to do. So I'm just going to go with the 28 right here. So that's going to be the sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay. So I'm going to go sine of 28 equals opposite 200. So it would be opposite here also over the hypotenuse, which is A. All right. And then that would be A times sine of 28 equals 200. So A equals 200 divided by the sine of 28. So 200 divided by the sine of 28 is about 426 feet. So he's got 426 feet to get to that mouse. And if the mouse was standing still, if you look up the speed how fast a falcon can fly, he would be at the mouse quickly. All right, so that takes care of that. So we know this is roughly 426. Now I don't want to use 426 in my next one because you don't want to round and then use a rounded number. So if I look at this, 28, I have opposite over hypotenuse, or sorry, my bad, opposite over adjacent, which is tangent. But if I do this one, opposite over adjacent, then the 200 is on the bottom, and that makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go the tangent of 62 equals b over 200. So 200 times the tangent of 62 equals b. 200 times tan 62 equals about 376. And you can see that that is less than the hypotenuse, and it better be. And so those would be my two distances. Okay, hope these are going all right for you guys. I'm gonna try to post them early when I can. It takes a while to upload them, but that's okay. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing okay. Again, feel free, text me on the number I put in there, not not Messenger. You can send me an email on eCampus, but use that number if you want to text me with a problem. During office hours that I've listed, you can call me on the other number that's listed. That's actually my school phone number, and it goes through to my phone, okay? So anyways, take it easy, get help when you need it. Make sure you're checking eCampus. There's gonna be 2 assignments that are graded on there each week. I hope everybody's doing okay. Bye for now.